then are you willing to admit how stupid it was for y'all not to go all in speaking your piece to elevate Caitlin Clark? So therefore even more attention could have come and y'all could have reaped the benefits? Now you're gonna do it anyway, and I get that, but you see my point?
Stephen A. Smith is known for his outspoken nature, but this time he didn't just share an opinion. He ignited a fiery debate with his sharp critique of the WNBA and its leadership under Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. This wasn't just another bold statement. It was a passionate call to action, focused on the league's shortcomings in fully embracing and elevating one of its brightest stars, Caitlin Clark.
Higher television ratings, higher attendance figures. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't come courtesy of a league. It comes courtesy of the players that play in the league. And in her case, she was the most popular, which means she could have helped your bottom line, which means you should have seen that from day one and maximized it. But you didn't do it.
Now imagine this. A rookie so dynamic, so captivating, that she's shattering attendance records and drawing unprecedented TV viewership. Caitlin Clark isn't just a skilled player. She's a transformative force, the kind of star capable of propelling an entire sport into a new era. Yet, instead of seizing this extraordinary moment, the WNBA's response has been disappointingly lackluster. Fans are left puzzled, asking the critical question, is this league truly committed to shaping its future?
Want to, rather. You were a bit hesitant and reluctant and resistant to it. So much so you didn't push for her to be on Team USA. So much so, you had people like Cheryl Swoops who didn't even want to mention her name.
Here's where it gets even more alarming. Stephen A. isn't just pointing out missed opportunities. He's issuing a stark warning about the stakes if the WNBA fails to step up. The potential costs could be immense. The league is at a critical juncture where every decision carries weight. So, what happens if the WNBA continues to falter? What does it mean to let a moment this monumental slip away?
And everybody talk about other WNBA players not being appreciated. Nobody insulted them. Nobody dismissed their contribution. We were simply saying, despite the contributions for years and years and years, a lot of people didn't care. Fair or not?
Until Caitlin Clark came along, the conversation felt lacking. When Stephen A. Smith speaks, it's more than commentary. It's a wake-up call. This time, he criticized the WNBA, highlighting its failure to embrace Clark's meteoric rise. As a generational talent captivating fans and redefining the game, her impact is undeniable. Smith called out the disconnect between the league's star players and its leadership, pointing to a troubling pattern of missed opportunities. How could the WNBA's brightest star be sidelined in the narrative she's reshaping?
We went the opposite direction. It could have helped that much and facilitated you being in an even stronger position to get yours. But you didn't do it. You didn't do it. Wow.
Caitlin Clark's major achievements, like Forbes 30 Under 30 and AP Female Athlete of the Year, went largely unnoticed by the WNBA. Even her Rookie of the Year award was downplayed, delivered via phone call with no celebration, leaving fans disappointed by the missed opportunities.
They decided that they were going to let her know she was Rookie of the Year with a phone call in Connecticut during a practice before a playoff game. You can't make this up.
Stephen A. Smith's fiery critique resonated because it spoke to a deeper truth shared by fans and players alike. This wasn't just about Caitlin Clark. It was about a larger issue of respect, investment, and the league's struggle to champion its brightest stars. Smith highlighted that these weren't isolated PR missteps, but signs of a bigger problem. The WNBA's reluctance to embrace bold moves or amplify its star power reflects an outdated mindset. Clark isn't just an athlete, she's a phenomenon, drawing record crowds and bringing fresh energy to the game. Yet the league seemed hesitant, even uncertain, about how to harness the momentum she's creating.
It elevated television ratings, it elevated attendance, and it damn sure elevated franchise value. But now, something that y'all resisted talking about, opining about, acknowledge.
The stakes couldn't be higher. Stephen A. Smith's frustration wasn't just about Caitlin Clark. It was a wake-up call for the WNBA's future. Fans aren't just watching, they're demanding more. transparency, aggressive promotion of top talent, and a clear commitment to growing the game. Without these, even the brightest moments risk fading into irrelevance. This isn't just about boosting viewership. It's about trust, vision, and leadership that can elevate women's basketball to new heights. In today's competitive sports world, momentum is everything. Smith's critique wasn't just an opinion, it was a challenge to the league. Caitlin Clark embodies everything
I said Caitlin Clark, rising tide lifts all boats. As much as her presence was maximized by the WNBA, you players could have done more to assist it.
When you're asking about Caitlin a lot, you bring up other rookies as well.
No league's ever about one player. That player could get hurt or whatever. So I think it's just to give recognition that in sports, people watch for compelling content and rivalries. And you can't do that alone as one white, one black. And so we have that moment with these two. But the one thing I know about sports, you need rivalry. That's what makes people watch. They want to watch games of consequence between rivals. They don't want everybody being nice to one another. It's a balance, but certainly from a marketing dollars, but corporate partners are stepping up to endorse these players much more so than they were 5 years.
Caitlin Clark gets hit with a technical. After
I got a technical for basically being mad at myself because I missed the three and then I went and hit the backboard, and he told me it was disrespectful to the game of basketball.
And Diana Taurasi, they'll count the bucket.
Don't tell me Caitlin Clark gets a special whiff so ever again. One call was an ejection and the other was a common foul. Now, let's replay this one more damn time. So I can see right here. This was the exact same damn play. Look, same play, bro. Look at this. Are you serious? Right here. Boom. Same play.
Crushed by Williams at half court.
Now, Grant Williams was ejected for
This league could actually be that dense. Professional league, guys. We're not talking about a rec league. We're not talking about even a high school team. Nobody believes that anybody is that clueless.
A very long-term sports fan I know is that officiating and refereeing is always at the top of a fan's list, of the media's list. Obviously, not every, there's
Just when you're asking about Caitlin a lot, you bring up other rookies as well.
no league's ever about one player. That player could get hurt or whatever. So I think it's just to give recognition that in sports, people watch for compelling content and rivalries. And you can't do that alone as one white, one black. And so we have that moment with these two. But the one thing I know about sports, you need rivalry. That's what makes people watch. They want to watch games of consequence between rivals. They don't want everybody being nice to one balance, but certainly from a marketing dollars, but corporate partners are stepping up to endorse these players much more so than they were 5 years.
Caitlin Clark gets hit with a technical. After
I got a technical for basically being mad at myself because I missed the three and then I went and hit the backboard, and he told me it was disrespectful to the game of basketball.
And Diana Taurasi, they'll count the bucket. And